So let's check today's grammar. It's a little bit difficult.
Okay. Yeah, I think
Because we're
so.
gonna learn about verb conjugation.
Verb conjugation. Okay.
Yes. So we're gonna learn, we already talked about there is polite form and not casual form in Japanese before, right? So actually the casual form is dictionary forms.
Yeah.
And then today we're gonna learn to change dictionary forms into the polite form. And it's also the present tense affirmative forms. And then also the negative form of the polite form, the present tense negative forms. So we're gonna
affirmative forms, present tense, negative forms. Okay.
yes. So this the present tense like affirmative form and the negative form will be the polite forms.
Okay.
We're gonna learn the negative of dictionary forms like later on. Now we're just trying to be polite the whole time. Okay.
I'm trying.
So there are 3 groups of words in Japanese: ru-verbs, u-verbs, and irregular verbs.
Okay.
So today we're going to talk about all of them, but first let's learn the irregular verbs first because there is only 2.
Okay.
Yahoo, easy. One is suru, means to do. Suru.
Suru.
Yes.
Suru.
And we're going to change into the polite form, which is shimasu.
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 And then the negative form, shimasen.
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 And then we have to go, like to come actually. It's not go, it's come.
Okay.
Kuru is coming. Sorry, I make the typo here. So
Okay.
it's kuru,
Kuru.
Kuru.
kimasu,
Kimasu.
Kimasu.
kimasen.
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 Kuru, kimasu, kimasen.
So we are starting from present tense affirmative, right? Kuru is
Yes.
present.
Yes, dictionary forms.
Dictionary
Kuru
form.
is the casual form. And then you make it into polite form is kimasu.
Oh, I see.
And then the negative
Is
is also
kimasen.
the present tense. Yes, kimasen.
So kimasen is also the polite form.
Yes.
So is there any direction like kuru, but it's a negative form?
But Daisy, in the previous slide, you used ikimasen already, but that was not negative. That was a question, right? Ikimasen.
But that's also negative. We're gonna talk about that later. I know you
Okay.
have many questions.
It's like don't you go?
Yes,
Oh,
exactly.
oh. Okay.
Smart.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
maybe
be
here
smart.
I should change direct, like immediately. Here, let me change it back to
So
come.
is there form like negative not polite form for kuru?
Yes, there is, but we're not going to talk about it here now because it will only make you confused. We just need to master this first. The polite present affirmative forms and the polite present tense negative forms.
Okay.
So,
konai.
Yes.
Then how about suru?
Okay.
Yeah, I like that thing where you have
Ashinai.
written ru-verbs, u-verbs, and irregular verbs. I think that's pretty much clear when you say suru and then you say shimasu. Yeah.
Shimasu,
So,
shimasen.
yeah, so you can refer that if you don't understand, I guess. Are you verbs, u verbs, and irregular verbs.
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
So, and then the shimasu, suru, you can actually use it very often. For example, you remember the benkyo, right? We just put suru after the benkyo, it become to study. So
benkyo shimasu or
yes.
benkyo suru.
Benkyo shimasu.
Benkyo shimasu.
Benkyo shimasu.
And benkyo shimasen.
Benkyo
shimasen.
Yes. So it's suru, shimasu, shimasen.
Okay.
Kuru, kimasen. You just need to memorize these two. Then you finish the irregular verbs.
But in benkyo, we use benkyo kimasu,
No, we don't use that.
right? So it's like to study. So that becomes benkyo shimasu.
Yes.
I see.
Benkyo shimasu. Benkyo shimasen.
Yeah,
I
benkyo
don't
shimasen.
want to study. I don't study.
So if I have to say, Daisy, can you
Oh.
make one sentence for me? If I have to say, let's go to study Japanese.
Let's go to study Japanese.
Yeah.
日本語を勉
日
強しましょう。
本語を勉強しましょう。
Yes, しましょう. That is the grammar we're gonna learn later.
Then how about come here and study together?
ここに来て一緒に勉強しませんか？勉強しましょう。
That's a big one. I will
That's
avoid
a
that.
big one. Let's do it later.
Yeah.
Steps by step. Okay, then let's talk about the ru-verbs. This is a little bit complicated, so stay with me, okay? Focus. I need your attention. So, the ru-verbs, just like the name, the suffix is ru. So you will have the ru at the end of the verb. For example, the irregular verbs suru, it also have the ru. So this ru is the suffix we are talking about.
Okay.
And then remove the ru, then you have the verb base, which is su.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the verb base ends with e, colon.
Yeah.
Mean koko. E, colon.
Okay.
So the verb base end is e, ki, shi, chi, ni, hi, mi, li. And ke, se, ne, ne, le.
Yeah.
Then is the ru-verb. So why suru is not the ru-verb? Can you explain to me?
Why suru is not the
Ru-verb.
ru-verb?
It's su.
So su is anyway not in that chart, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why it's not the ru-verbs. You got it.
Oh, I gave the right answer?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You got it. You understood what is ru-verb now.
Yeah.
So let's see some example. Okiru. Okiru. So look at the ki.
Yeah.
We remove the suffix ru. It's ki. So it belongs to the e colon. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you have the taberu. We remove the ru. And it's the e colon.
E colon. Tabe.
Yes. So how do we change the verb? It's very simple. You just delete the ru and put mas.
Mas. Yeah.
Yes. Delete the ru, put mas. Or masen. Or masen. So it's
Taberu, tabemas, tabemasen.
yes.
Oh.
You get it. Okiru, okimasu,
Okimasu.
okimasen.
Okimasen.
And I can make the question. Tabemasu ka?
Yes.
Okay.
Very,
Tabemasu.
very good.
Yeah.
Tabemasen ka? Then it's invitation. You want to have a dinner with me?
Tabemasen ka?
Yes. Taberu, tabemasu, tabemasen. Okay.
Okay.
So now we have the u-verbs left. That is the most complicated one. But we can get it. So there's 3 types of u-verbs. The first one is the verb base plus the suffix u. So whenever the verb doesn't end with lu, then it's here. For example, kau, iku. See, it ends with u. Do you see? U.
Kau.
U.
Kau, iku, nomu.
Kau, nomu. Iku, nomu. Nomu. Kau is buy. Iku is go. And nomu is drink. So
Kau is what? Kau is?
Buy. Buy. Remember kaimono?
Ah,
Kaimono means
shopping.
buy
Shopping.
things. Yes, buy
Shopping.
things. So it's shopping.
Kau means buy, to buy. Yeah.
So look at here. is all end with u.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So there's no lu.
Yes.
So the
Mhm.
verb base is ka, ik, nom, and u plus
Mhm.
u. So the rule of this wu verb is very simple as well. We change u into e.
E.
See? U into e, u into e, u into e.
Yeah.
E.
So it's kaimasu,
Kaimasu.
kaimasen,
Kaimasen.
Sen.
iku,
Iku.
ikimasu,
Ikimasu.
Ikimasu.
ikimasen,
Ikimasen.
Ikimasen.
nomu,
Nomu.
nomimasu,
Nomimasu.
nomimasen.
Nomimasen.
Okay.
Oh, this is nomi hudai.
Yeah, exactly. Nomi hodai.
Okay.
So here, we look at this chart again. So it's u become
U.
e. So when you end is ku, then it's ki. When you end with su, it's shi. When you end with tu, tsu is chi.
Ti.
And ru, ni, ku,
Ni.
ki, mu, mi.
Mi.
It's very easy.
Yeah.
Then how about if the verb already ends with E?
There is no such verb, I believe.
Already?
Yeah, it doesn't come in u-verbs.
Okay.
Then we have some verb has lu end, but they are still the u verbs. How come? It's because when you remove the lu, the verb base end with a, u, o.
Okay.
So let's look at the chat again.
Yeah.
So a, u,
U.
o.
Oh.
So for example, wakaru, then you
Wakaru.
remove the lu, is ka. So it belongs to the wu verbs. Let's see the example. Wakaru. We remove the lu, is
Lu.
ka. So it belongs to the a, u, o. In that case, what do we change? How do we do? I said just set the wu verbs the rule of changing it. What was the rule?
So you change to I.
To
Yes,
E.
exactly. So it's wakarimasen, wakarimasu. See?
Wakarimasu and wakarimasen. Yeah.
Yeah, wakaru, wakarimasu, wakarimasen.
Wow, Daisy, you explained very nicely. Thank you.
No problem. I'm glad I'm helpful. And then there is the most annoying one, exceptions of ru verbs. But that's not so many. So every time you see one, you just remember them.
Okay.
That's the only way. For example, kaeru, kaeru. When you remove the lu, it's still the e colon, right? But this is special. So it's kaerimasu, kaerimasen. Kaeru, kaerimasu, kaerimasen.
Kairu, kairimasu.
Kairimasen.
Is it the same word where we use okairi or something, or is it different?
Yes.
Yes, because it's return, okairi.
Yes. So you just remember, memorize this. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
So now we already learned the whole verb system of the Japanese.
Still difficult.
Yes,
But this needs a lot of practice.
Yes,
Yeah, you can. It's hard to remember.
And memorizing, yeah.
Yeah, just remember the rule. The rule is kind of okay, I think.
Yeah.